As we reach an era where 4K 60 FPS is the standard, here are several games with a classic charm that will keep you engaged for hours. In today's video, I will show you the top 10 best roguelike games of all time. So without any further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Inscryption. Inscryption is the deck-building roguelike equivalent of David Lynch's Twin Peaks. The game's mythology is extensive, and it focuses entirely on its mysterious, scary card game storyline gimmick, which is sure to split gamers. Nonetheless, the game's bloodthirstiness and attempt to accomplish something really groundbreaking and unique within an established genre should be commended. Number 9. Griftlands. Along the journey, you can meet new friends, take on perilous occupations, and, most crucially for a deck builder, amass a massive collection of cards. It also doesn't hurt that it's stunning. Play has proven over the years that they are trustworthy producers, and it was no surprise to see them make the most of the game's time in early access, allowing Griftlands to be a feature-complete game at full launch. Number 8, we have Risk of Rain 2. Risk of Rain was a brilliantly created 2D platformer roguelike that featured a lone survivor fighting for his life on distant extraterrestrial worlds. The sequel focuses on this theme and even adds a new depth to it. This game is a 3D third-person shooter, to put it bluntly. This game, which has 12 locations and a slew of monsters and ferocious bosses, will have you screaming blood-curdling screams of terror and thrill as they pound your small human buttocks. Number 7. The Binding of Isaac. The game combines the genre with shooters to create an action-adventure that will leave you sick in more ways than one acquired taste with a cult following. The game has a superb storyline, with biblical connections offering a wonderful hint of backstory in addition to some intriguing gameplay. While decision-making is vital in roguelikes, The Binding of Isaac will also put your response times to the test with certain bullet hell-style bosses. Number 6, we have Slay the Spire. In terms of foes and goods, this game's diversity is pretty restricted. Slay the Spire, on the other hand, contains 4 classes with a large arsenal of cards, with each playtime requiring the player to construct a stronger, well-balanced deck. If you haven't played it yet, you're missing out on the finest deck builder roguelike. Number 5. Spelunky. Spelunky does not have a very sophisticated setup, but it doesn't require much to entice you when the gameplay is this amazing. Each run is so dynamic, and the difficulty is so eye-watering. A sequel, oddly titled Spelunky 2, was published in 2020. But the original Spelunky has to make the cut here for its huge effect on a whole genre and for keeping a loyal community running for well over a decade. Number 4. Crypt of NecroDancer. As you run out of time before your next move, Crypt of NecroDancer will have you tapping your feet and breaking out in a cold sweat. The gameplay deviates from standard roguelike experiences, challenging players to make sudden decisions. Even though the genre necessitates quick decision-making and planning, the game's growing beat encourages players to move at faster tempos in order to keep their combination going. Number 3, we have Dead Cells. Players will move through a sequence of interconnecting stages that comprise a bigger, expansive environment. That is, if you can demolish anything in your path relentlessly. The game has 13 levels, each of which is constructed with handcrafted components to provide a unique feel. The dev's brain has manifested 4 bosses in all. Number 2. Enter the Gungeon. Even adversaries are ammo in this bullet roguelike. Players can control one of 4 characters, each with their unique set of perks and moves, and explore the Gungeon. Within its bullet-damaged walls, there are many secrets to be unearthed, but they are guarded by a seemingly unending cast of adversaries of increasing degrees of aggravation. This makes bombing them much more enjoyable. Number 1, we have Hades. Despite having aesthetics similar to any other recent release, the gameplay remains loyal to the essence of modern roguelikes. You're in luck if art is any indication of quality. While avoiding harm, you must hack and slash your way through randomly generated floors using a limited arsenal of powers. As you go, you get additional powers and weapons to aid you, increasing the game's diversity and replayability. So that's the list of top 10 best roguelike games of all time. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more gaming videos. Also, share this video with your friends.